A vicious strike.
Fear not, I have returned.
Your flaws are revealed. Your strength fails.
I'm still not seeing it. These decoys... Decoy spawned. I see nothing. There's nothing there.
A vicious strike.
How did my sweeping wind go down? Decoys consuming sweeping wind stacks? No, this does.
The storm breaks.
What you ask is impossible.
I will not do that.
Will, and you will like it.
The gods strike through me. Feel the wrath of Yitar.
None of that app worked, I guess. I don't know.
Your strength fails.
Yay. No. Oh, I have to do it 5 times. That's fucking ridiculous.
The storm breaks.
That is too chaotic. You can't control it. You just have to get fucking lucky.
It cannot be done. What you ask is impossible.
Let's see somebody do it.
All right, let's do this.
No.
I got minds to twist and
Shut
bodies
up.
to warp. Mr.
I want to hear
Tyler?
your shit.
What's going on, guys? Quinn69 here. How you guys doing today? I'm going to be bringing you guys a guide on the Sanwuko set dungeon. So straight away, you want to head to Act 4. That is the Silver Spire level 2. And then you just head in there, and you're going to be running towards DIablo. So if you know how to get to DIablo, just run to DIablo. You don't need to follow this direction.
Yeah,
the
there.
set dungeon will be right to your left. Boom. There she is. Dungeon of the Monkey King's Garb. So there's the DIablo entrance, there's the set dungeon. Once you get into the dungeon, you're going to notice there's a really weird looking objective. It says using your decoys, hit 20 different enemies in 6 seconds. And you've got to do that 5 times. So if you guys don't know, in patch 2.4, the Sanwuko set has been redesigned. The 4 set now, what it does is it makes your sweeping wind automatically spawn a decoy every second to your last hit enemy. If there's no enemies, it won't spawn anything. And if you haven't hit any of the enemies around you, it won't be spawning decoys. So what this means is the second you engage a new group of enemies, it's going to automatically start a decoy timer. That means you have 6 seconds to tag as many enemies as you can with your decoys. You can only tag each enemy once, so you're going to need a lot of density or movement speed, or a combination of the both. That's the dream. Now you're probably wondering, how on earth does he have so much movement speed? Okay, I have a bunch of sources. It's probably a little bit overkill, but I highly suggest utilizing at least a few of these, if not all of them, because the more movement speed, the easier it is to get that Sanwuko decoy objective, which is insanely hard. This is what makes this dungeon hard, is getting that objective. And I did it in the first, like, 50 seconds of the rift. So obviously this setup does work really well. So what you want to do is you want to use Breath of Heaven Zephyr. Okay, it's a rune of Breath of Heaven that every time you press it, it gives you a short movement speed boost. I think it's around 30%. You want to use Dashing Strike, Way of the Falling Star. Every time you dash, you gain 40% movement speed for 4 seconds. On top of that, we are using...
For this specific Donshan set of Epiphany, Breath of Heaven Zephyr. Dashing Strike, Way of the Falling Star, set of Blinding Speed. Okay.
Mantra of Conviction, Annihilation. Every time you kill an enemy, it grants you 30% movement speed. And on top of that, we are using Wasician War Guards. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly wrong. It's the braces that you equip that whenever you break something, it gives you a short movement speed boost. Obviously, because we have Sweeping Wind on and we're using Cyclone Strike to help group the enemies, you break a lot of stuff. And there's tons of destructibles around. So you pretty much have it up more than 50% of the time. So it's really, really good. And now, just to have the icing on the cake, we then have Krelm's Buff Belt in the cube. So, if you guys don't know what that does, is it gives you 35% movement speed whenever you don't take damage for 5 seconds. And now you're wondering, but you're going to be taking damage all the time, aren't you? Okay, no I'm not. I'm using a legendary gem, the Gizzard. So that's the life per second gem that grants you a shield. And they never ever break the shield because the monsters basically do no damage. It's more about the difficulty of tagging the monsters, not about the monsters actually hitting you. Another thing worth noting is you probably want to have a Star of Askaranth equipped, because you'll notice the Punishers have Mortar. If one of those Mortar balls hits you, it will instantly kill you or proc you. And you don't want to die because that's one of the objectives. I haven't mentioned it yet, but yeah, it says kill 380 monsters without taking fatal damage.
Try this. So I'm not actually using Wave of Light to kill anything. Instead, we're using Cyclone Strike. Adjust my speeds too, don't I? 4, so I'm missing a 1%.
I need to go back.
Tempest Rush. Light damage. Light damage. Light damage. No. Son of a... Your feet. Enough with the Tempest Rush shit. The Lashing Kick shit. Another ability on that list. Alright, well let's just try it.
The gods strike through me.
I will not do that.